learned, 16 years in, but now that's not the case. I love it. Absolutely. I found like this Zen-like equilibrium. I've broken through. In many ways, I'm a master at doing it now, or approaching. And so that said, I would love a life where I didn't have all of it, didn't have any expenses. I don't know how, but didn't have any expenses. And all I had to do was run 2 ultimate D&D games every week. First off, D&D doesn't mean fantasy. It could be science fiction or any other genre. Ultimate means high quality miniatures, excellent storytelling, everything's woven together really well, and new terrain every session. Full miniatures, full terrain, and all the role-playing aspect just bam, solid. I would love that. And I'm just have my eyes easily open for the opportunity. What I would need is a patron who had a resort level location. Maybe out like in like a ski resort or something like that. During the summer, they got nothing going on. There's a lot of natural beauty. And so what I seek is personal Valhalla, personal permanent Valhalla. That I have a place to stay, no expenses, and a patron who just provides all the money. Guys, I don't need to own all of this. It could be your stuff. And what I'll do is I'll manage all of those artists for you and make sure they're producing things. And I just need resources of money, materials, and real estate to actually do it. And I've got it all pretty well figured out. Now, the plan B for that, unless a patron falls out of the sky, is like, Sean, I think you got what it takes. Let's figure this out. My plan is I'm going to do Ultimate D&D prototype version here in the place that I'm at right now, which is really nice. And I've shown you around and shown you my digs. And I thought, okay, people don't have to come out and stay here. I could just do my practice run with locals and people that I know. So what I would do is I would just get that practice group, and they would come out here every day or maybe 4 times a week, and we'd make a preliminary video of what it would look like. And I would have all terrain, all miniatures, great story. I may even do this up at Valhalla. And it's all done. I have the miniatures done. I have the terrain done. And all I got to do is make a great story, which is easy for me. And then create an Ultimate Dungeons and Dragons week where I go up to Sundance. Plenty of rentals up there, great places. And do one of those, if those of you who may remember back in like 2012, we were doing small, like 12 or 18 people Valhallas up in Sundance, which I loved. And so in this case, it would be a much smaller group, maybe 6 to 8, including me, personal chef, and assistant DM, and then your group of 6 people. And and this would all be at my expense. This would be something, and of course I would do it when the studio was on like excellent footing, like upper grade, and I would just do it just because these people, they would just need to show up. And that would be a practice run. I'd videotape it all and then just start doing them regularly. And that's the fantasy. I'd love to get a place like up at Sundance or someplace that has this great natural beauty and set up something permanent. Set up not only a lodge for the role-playing itself, excuse me, but also a workshop and a display area for all of the things. And I have it right now. I could fill up a whole dance hall with beautiful terrain, beautiful figures, armies. So good. And have a couple tables just for plain old miniatures battles too. And I think that would be really cool. But definitely not building it up to Valhalla, not even to the level where Valhalla is right now in terms of attendance. 42, I think Valhalla blew past 50 people. Again, I'm not running it. Wargamer Girl is running it. And she's done a spectacular job. And I think she's at the year now where she'll have done it longer than I did it before that. And she does a great job in every way. And I don't need to do that. And they're running it once a year. And I think it'd be great just to have personal Valhalla. That would be nice. A place to be and run my games, have natural beauty, and have family too. Be able to, as my kids are in their 20s, have them be able to just come out any old time. And how long will I be around? Nobody knows. I'm 51. I've totally come to terms with life and death. And I have, 51 would be a very young age to die at. 62, that would be young too, but no one would be too surprised. 70s, that's usually when it happens. 80s, well, then you've lived a long life. And I think, well, what do I want to do with all this time? Because quite frankly, I'm in good shape. In many ways, better shape than I've ever been in my life. And I've got all this know-how and desire to do it. I'm like, by the way, I'm looking at like my D&D setup here when I look off to the edge. I just love it so much. All this terrain is just all so cool. All right, guys, that is my complete history of Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for letting me share it with you.